So good evening, everyone. So I hope most of us and so we have all gathered here today to celebrate and commemorate the 75 years of India's independence under the initiative of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This Mahotsav reminds us the glorious history of India's exemplary leaders, our culture and achievements. It is dedicated to the people of India who have not only in bring India thus far in its evolutionary journey, but also holds the power and the potential to enable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's vision of activating India 2.0, fueled by the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat. The Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji inaugurated this Mahotsav by flagging off the Dandi March from the Sabarmati Ashram, Ahmedabad on 12th of March 2021. These celebrations they have started 75 weeks before our 75th anniversary of the independence and it will end on 15th of August 2023. To celebrate this Mahotsav, the Neurocomputing Lab, Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Delhi, in association with QIP, is organizing a virtual seminar on the theme Science, Technology, and Society, the Promise for Next Generation. So whenever we talk about science, technology, and its effect on the society, so the essence is how the science is contributing by the creation of new knowledge and thereafter its utilization to boost up the prosperity of human lives and to solve the various issues faced by the society. So today, as we enter into the 75th year of the India's independence, it is appropriate that we appreciate, assess, and evaluate our scientific prowess and its achievements. So as we all know that India has been making its presence felt as a member of the international scientific coalition, be it in the fields of artificial intelligence, astronomy, nanoelectronics, neuroscience, physical sciences, and as amply demonstrated recently in the global vaccine research, development, and supply. So the celebration of 75th years of India's independence should be an occasion where the scientific community or the enterprise of the country should come together to work for the country's progress. So our seminar is a tiny effort to promote this recent technological advancements in the different sectors of science and technology. So the speaker for the today's session is respected Professor V.R. Rao. So Professor Rao is currently a professor in electrical engineering and immediate past director of IIT Delhi. Before joining IIT Delhi as a director in 2016, Dr. Rao served as a PK Kelkar Chair Professor of Nanotechnology in the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Bombay. Sir also holds the chief as position of the Chief Investigator of Center of Excellence in Nanoelectronics Project, IIT Bombay. Sir has more than 480 publications to his credit and is an inventor on 49 patents, which include 18 issued US patents. So 13 of his patents have been almost licensed to the different industries for commercializations. I'm happy to share that Sir has been a co-founder of two deep technology startups in IIT Bombay, which is NanoSniff and Solsons, which are developing products for the relevance of the society. Sir is a fellow IEEE, a fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, the Indian Academy of Sciences, the National Academy of Sciences, and the Indian National Science Academy. Sir has been recognized by different awards, more than 30, by the country and abroad. These recognitions include the prestigious the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize, which is the highest multidisciplinary award for the excellence in scientific research and development in our country. Another awards include the Enforcers Prize, the IEEE EDS Award, Excellence in Research Awards from IIT Bombay, and DRDO, the Swaran Jayanti Fellowship Award from the Department of Science and Technology, IBM Faculty Award, Best Research Award from the Intel Asia Academic Forum, Techno Visionary Award from the Indian Semiconductor Association, the JC Bose National Fellowship Awards, and many more. It's really an honor for us that during Professor Rao's tenure as a director IIT Delhi, the Delhi campus has seen an unprecedented growth, like IIT Delhi receiving the Institute of Eminence status, increasing in the patent file application, record level of industries and government funding coming to the institute, creation of Center of Excellence, launching of the new academic programs, and many more. Under his vision and leadership, IIT Delhi has become a role model for more of the institutes to follow. Now, I can proudly say that now the students, they prefer to set up their own businesses in the country, India itself, Silicon Valley for their entrepreneurship. So many of the tech unicorns in India are now founded by the teachers, students, and the alumni of IIT Delhi. So we are now having more than 100 startups on the campus itself. So Professor Rao, being a very respected visionary leader, has amazed the entire country with his direction which he gives to his students. With the innovation happening in many scale, be it be the both lab dynamics, the testing kits, and many more, he has shown his commitment to working for a bigger purpose. We really appreciate and commend his work. So I can feel that my words are too less to introduce a great personality like Professor Rao. So being a part of IIT Delhi fraternity, we welcome Professor Rao to this occasion. Without taking any further time, I would now request Professor Rao to please share his experiences and opinions on the theme reinventing the higher education institutes in India for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that introduction. So let me share my slides. Are you able to see my presentation? Is it full screen? Everything is fine?
Yes, sir.
You can see that. That's good. So let me use the laser pointer mode. Yeah. So thank you very much for inviting me for this event. And so I will share in the next half an hour or so how we need to change our institutions, what kind of a transformation is required so that India will prepare itself for the Atmanirbhar Bharat that the moderator also spoke about. And if you look at the India's R&D, India is doing actually pretty well when it comes to research output, the knowledge generation as we call it. So India's share of scientific publications currently stands at the third place. We are ranked third in the world, and we are behind US and China. China, of course, has a royal share of all the scientific research happening, and US comes next, and then is India. So we are a bit behind, as compared to China and US, but compared to all other countries, we are actually doing better. And we can do even better. We should be able to be like China, or US. But I think for that I will tell you, what all is required. And India is also one of the fastest growing countries when it comes to scientific publications. The world average is about 4%, while we are growing at almost like 11%. So which is also good. And but we are not spending enough money. One of the primary reasons why India is way behind China and US, though we are in the third position. But compared to our size, compared to the number of our population, we should be doing much better. But one of the things, unfortunately, is India somehow successive governments have not been spending enough on the higher education. And so our higher education expenditure is all stuck at 0.6 to 0.7 percentage in terms of GDP, and I think we need to invest more. That is something hopefully will happen. And but despite the low spending per dollar spent, we actually write more papers than anybody else in the world. So that credit also goes to the Indian researchers. And but one of the important things that is now that needs to be done is to focus on impact and focus on translation of this knowledge into wealth. As you have seen, if you given funds, we can produce more knowledge, but given more knowledge that is getting generated, can we create more wealth? I think that is also something which is very important. That is a kind of a circular economy that needs to be established. Otherwise, you take money and then you publish papers, but what purpose would it serve? So at some point, some of that knowledge that we are generating needs to go back and contribute to making lives better for the people, and that's something that is required. So for this to happen, for the knowledge to become wealth, we need to take up societal problems, and societal problems need to become projects in our higher educational institutions. So that is an important aspect that must happen. And if you actually look at how the things are right now, India, as I said, is doing very well. This is some data I compiled from Scopus, a very recent data in different areas like biotechnology, nano, material science, artificial intelligence, quantum, sensors. Everywhere India, as you can see, third position to eighth position kind of a thing. So we are, among the top 10 countries in the world. And in areas like AI, ML, we are actually ranked third in the world. In nanotechnology, we are ranked third in the world. In sensors, we are ranked fifth in the world. So we have overtaken many other developed nations when it comes to knowledge generation. This is all real data, produced from Scopus. And one question that is often asked is, we are publishing papers, but what is the quality of these publications? Because the quality oftentimes is judged in terms of citations to the papers. And if you look at the citations, for example, I have taken the census research, and this is how the census research has been growing. And while the census research is growing, even the citations data is also growing